Hello guys, welcome to Chongqing, China. It's the biggest city on earth, which you've probably never heard of. Some call it the Cyberpunk city or the city of fog. It's a city of many modern skyscrapers known for its unique culture, spicy food, and vibrant party scene, but most surprisingly, it has a population of 32 million people. Now you're surprised, right? Let's learn more about it. Where is Chongqing located? It's in southwestern part of China, at the confluence of two major rivers. Okay, let me make it simple. This is Yangtze River, and this is Jialin River, and this is where they come together. Chongqing is not just a city, it's one of the 4 direct administered municipalities under the Central People's Government, along with Beijing, Shanghai, and Tianjin. Now it covers an area roughly the size of Austria and has a population of 32 million. That's why they say it's the largest city in the world, but to be honest, it doesn't feel more crowded than Shanghai. So I guess it's just a numbers game. The most densely populated district is Yuzhong, situated on a peninsula at the confluence of Yangtze and Jialin rivers. This is where most tourists choose to stay because this is where you find all the major sites of the city.
Do you guys notice anything unusual? Because I do. I don't see any cyclists in Chongqing, and that's because the city is so hilly, going up and down, and I think it's just so exhausting for cycling.
The city has crazy terrain. It will confuse you a lot. Let me show you something.
This is one of the most mind-boggling places I have ever encountered. Because if you look around, it looks like I'm standing on a normal city square in China, right? You got some temples and some skyscrapers in the background. Until you walk over to this bridge, you'll realize you're actually 20 stories above the ground. Just take a look. Wow. It is pretty mind-blowing, and it's messing up your internal GPS. Like, where am I? Am I on the 20th floor? Am I on the ground? Apple Maps, Google Maps, they will give you a hard time in this city because everything's just so complicated.
The city is up and down, which makes it a nightmare for moving goods, and not only for humans. The extreme difference in elevation between the river valleys and the hilly plateaus pose a unique challenge for conventional rail transit systems. But the city has amazing infrastructure. The Chongqing Rail Transit didn't open until 2004, and now it already has 11 lines, 304 stations, and it's 523 kilometers long. But more stations are currently on the way. Remember, things move fast in China. Hongya Station on Line 9 is the deepest metro station in the world, 116 meters below the ground, surpassing the previous record holder in Kiev, Ukraine. Lines 2 and 3 are monorail, which make them the world's longest monorail system with 70 stations currently. Matter of fact, lines 2 and 3 travel above the ground and offer such great views that you can consider them a tourist attraction. Now follow me guys, let me show you something. Wait, what? Is that train gonna crash into a building? Oh no! Don't worry, that's the way it was designed. If you want to see that for yourself, you can take line 2 and get off at Liziba station. Pretty awesome. Also, they call Chongqing the bridge capital of China because there are more than 16,000 bridges across the 2 rivers. 60% of Chongqing citizens have to cross more than 2 bridges every day during their daily commute. Some of the most famous ones are Qiaotianmen Bridge, the 3rd longest arch bridge in the world, also the Qinzimen Bridge and the Doushuimen Bridge. Another way to cross the Yangtze River is to ride a subboard. No, I'm just kidding. I meant to take an aerial tramway. Chongqing is the only Chinese city that has kept public aerial tramways. This cable car ride costs 20 renminbi one way, and it gives you amazing views. To get around efficiently, you gotta learn all the shortcuts like using elevators and escalators, going through shopping malls and such. It's crazy. For example, you can walk uphill for 15 minutes or simply enter a shopping mall, take an elevator, walk out, and abracadabra, you're at your destination.
I just took an elevator, and this saved me a lot of walking. See?
All of a sudden I'm right over here.
I don't know how it works, but you get teleported.
With all that complexity, it's not surprising that Chongqing has the most complex overpass in the world, Huangjueping interchange with 15 ramps and a total length of 16 kilometers, leading to 8 directions. Now let's get back on the ground. The day starts, and in the morning, people love to have xiaomian for breakfast.
And you know, guys, I'm a little bit hungry, and I think it's time to have some traditional breakfast, and that is xiaomian. Okay, we're gonna visit this restaurant.
Forget about your eggs, bacon, and French toast. It's gonna be noodles from now on.
I got something with chickpeas and also ground beef. Okay, let's give it a try.
Xiaomian is a common Lamian noodle dish tossed with chili oil and rich mixtures of spices. Heads up, everything you try in Chongqing is probably going to be spicy because of the generous use of Sichuan pepper. Somehow I handle it pretty well. Good thing is local food is inexpensive. You'll find many local restaurants where meals cost less than 10 or 20 renminbi.
Chaosher.
Yes.
Wow. And for you?
Chongqing noodles.
Xiaoming?
Xiaomian, yes.
The obvious place to start exploring Chongqing is the Jiefangbei CBD, an area where you find international business offices, shopping malls, and restaurants.
And behind me is a liberation monument. This symbolizes the victory of China over Japan. As you can tell, this district is very, very densely populated, and it has a lot of skyscrapers, shopping malls, restaurants. It's like the Manhattan of Chongqing. And I've met so many friendly locals. How you doing?
Good.
What's your name?
My name is Bob.
Have you always lived here?
Yeah, I'm local.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you've seen the transformation of the city over the last like 20 years, right?
Yeah. Before 1997, Chongqing is an old city. Before 1997, Chongqing at that time Chongqing belonged to Sichuan province. After 1997, Chongqing became a municipality city directly governed by the central government. So the central government invested a lot of money to Chongqing. So Chongqing developed very fast.
If you have some free time, what do you like to do?
Go shopping, play sports. I like play soccer, and have some time with friends, and travel to. If maybe next week is a national day, our national day will go to Beijing. I'm with my wife.
Oh, wow.
Go to Beijing with my wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, have a great trip then.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This area is a perfect spot for people watching. They call it the Times Square of Chongqing. At the time of my visit, China was getting ready to celebrate 75 years of the Communist Party. I even gave an interview to some local girls. Wow, so many tall buildings. This is Chongqing. And the skyline of Chongqing is constantly rising. Just over the last decade, there's been so many skyscrapers built that now Chongqing is one of the 20 cities in the world with the most amount of skyscrapers. But what's more amazing is I got some awesome drone shots for you. One of the newest additions to the city is the Raffles City. It's a complex of 8 buildings that feature a 300-meter-long horizontal sky bridge. There's even a zip line if you're that adventurous. This sky bridge is the second highest in the world after the Kingdom Center in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. But if you're not ready for the zipline experience, no worries. You can simply visit the observation deck with a glass floor.
So I can see down below. Wow, so many cars. And yeah, especially good at sunset, but at the same time, it's the most crowded time.
You can also swing about the towers if that's something you like to do. Traveling around Chongqing feels like a mix of downtown Miami and Manhattan. Very futuristic and captivating, but mountainous at the same time compared to the other two. If you want to get a good view of the city skyline, visit Eling Park. For that, you need to come to Liziba subway station once again and go for a couple kilometers uphill. It's a beautiful park, and the best part is it has a tower that offers incredible views of the city.
欢迎来到重庆。
I met some awesome people here.
Welcome to Chongqing. Hello, my name is Spencer. I'm from Chengdu, but I really like Chongqing. This is my second time go here. So, where are you from?
I'm from Russia.
Russia?
Yes.
Oh, I want to go, but I don't have time. So nice to meet you. 来拍拍这大哥 Nice to meet you. 哈哈 Oh, you guys how old are me? How old?
Well, let me guess. 20.
No, guess more.
24.
No, more.
28.
No, I'm 31.
Okay.
Wow, so I'm so young, right?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so handsome. Bye bye.
Bye. You don't look like you from around here.
I discovered it a few years ago. A friend of mine fell in love with this city, so dragged me out here, and did not expect to like it at all. And as soon as I got here, saw the mountains and the rivers and the energy of the people. Very, very vibrant city. Bit more of a Latin kind of feel or something if you were to compare to the Western world. Like compared to Anglo-Saxon, Chongqing has more get up and go, more energy. They enjoy having fun and partying and
Wonderful. What brings you over here?
well, this time we're on a trip to Tibet. A friend that I met here dragged us out to Tibet, and we used this as our home base. But I was supposed to be gone by now, but it's just so fun. I had to extend my trip a little bit because can't get enough of this place. Yeah, my name's Philippe, and I'm from Montreal, the French part of Canada.
On the way back to the Liziba subway station, you can visit Testbed 2 area. This was originally a factory for printed money, but now it's been converted to an artsy place filled with bars, bistros, and eateries. Great place for taking pictures. Young people love it here.
What do you guys like about Testbed 2?
这座城市我们也是第一次过来，感觉相当魔幻。这是一座山城嘛，我们是来自江西的。
好累，今天好累呀，拍了好多楼梯。
Where do you come from?
I'm from Suzhou in China. You know, in this city I have a lot of delicious food, like hot pots. It's very famous in China. And the frog, you know, you can eat frog put into the hot pot. The pork face, you can make pork face for delicious foods. You can try that.
Pork face?
Yes.
I met some guys who invited me over for a hot pot experience, and I think they had an evil plan to shock me with the ingredients. Viewers' discretion advised. We had a pig's brain, stomach skins, duck's blood, and so much more. I enjoyed it though.
The blood, it's actually kind of weird because it's just so soft. It's like very difficult to grab with chopsticks. And the brain actually tastes pretty good, you know? I had no expectations, and it's pretty flavorful, yeah. You're like first like flabbergasted, like I'm gonna eat that, especially when it's not cooked. It looks terrible. It looks like, what am I doing? Let me get some more of that brain. Ooh.
On my way back to the subway station, I was invited to a neighborhood party. You'll see lots of them all throughout town.
这里没有，我们已经吃完了。一个人罚了10粉嘛。
可以不可以？
可以。哦，来喝了酒，喝啤酒来，快点。
What is that? Beer?
3层啤酒。
Oh, 啤酒 yeah.
哎，啤酒喝啤酒。
Okay, 啤酒 all right.
哎，来。
So they gave me some beer.
我来给他洗个碗。
Okay.
3层啤酒，要不要我帮你拿？
不用。很好吃 yeah.
The city has some wonderful buildings with striking design like Chongqing Art Museum.
This building definitely stands out among other buildings in the vicinity, even though it's smaller. Fantastic design. And some say it was influenced by Chinese chopsticks, you know. Maybe, because these red beams really look like big chopsticks.
In the city center, the large domed Great Hall of the People complex stands above pedestrianized People Square. It is a large hall for political meetings and cultural events. On the other side of the square, you can visit the
Three Gorges Museum if you're interested in the local history about the people who lived along the Yangtze River and about the Three Gorges. and about the local heroes and everything, you know, that brought us to this current day.
This place is educational and fascinating, perfect for a rainy or foggy day, of which there are plenty. There are lots of other buildings with impressive architecture, like Chongqing Grand Theater, especially impressive at night with all the illumination. Hey, even some bookstores have incredible interior design, like this one. It features mountain-shaped staircases and mirrored ceilings, reflecting the staggered terrain of the city and creating a magical, realistic ambience. The city is known as the Fog City because it gets over 100 days of fog per year. Chongqing is in the subtropical climate zone. It often gets swept by moist monsoons and only has 983 hours of annual sunshine, which is even lower than in much of Northern Europe. When it comes to economy, Chongqing serves as a center for finance, manufacturing, and transportation in the Sichuan Basin. The city served as the wartime capital for the Republic of China during the Second Sino-Japanese War. Also, when the Nationalist Party lost the Civil War and fled to Taiwan, they left a lot of industrial facilities here. Today, Chongqing is China's third largest motor vehicle production center and the largest for motorcycles. This is where you find the headquarters of the Chang'an Automobile and Lifan Group. It is also one of China's largest iron, steel, aluminum, and coal producers. In 2023, the GDP of Chongqing amounted to approximately $423 billion. Let's compare it to other big cities in China. Shanghai's GDP was the highest, $660 billion. Agriculture also remains significant. Rice and fruits, especially oranges, which China exports to more than 30 countries, are the area's main produce. Chongqing comes to life at night. Let's visit some popular locations, like Longmenhao Old Street, located in the central section of Nanbin Road under the Dongshuimen Bridge. This historical neighborhood is composed of more than 200 buildings from different periods, some dating back more than 1,000 years. Although it's an old street, it feels like a newly built one, with all the escalators and elevators in place. There's an observation deck on top, from which you get a perfect view of the city and the Dongshuimen Bridge. The next location we're going to visit gets very busy at night, but not so much during the day.
This area behind me is called Hongya Cave, and it's like an 11-story high, huge shopping mall with restaurants and just all kinds of things.
It gets so crowded. Just look how difficult it is to take an elevator.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's not good. People love coming here to rent dresses and take pictures. In the Imperial China, a dress was a way to designate an individual's rank. Today people do it just for fun and to post on social media. Wow, this is what it looks like when a city of 32 million people goes out for a walk. Now this underground bar street has to be what gave inspiration for Cyberpunk 2077 video game, I think. Futuristic urban landscape with neon lights and skyscrapers. This area definitely has some cyberpunk vibes. Many bars and entertainment clubs.
Come on, man.
Another popular location is Shibati,
Which actually translates as 18 steps. So the legend goes that there was a well here, probably this one, and there was a staircase that was exactly 18 steps to the nearest houses. Is there still water in here? Yes. Yes, there's still water in this well.
It's a shopping district in an ancient town setting. Modern and traditional shops are housed along several winding and slope alleys. Plenty of food options, and what I really enjoyed was a good choice of live music venues. Another place you cannot miss is Ciqikou Ancient Town. It's known for traditional architecture, local snacks, artisan shops.
Live music, plenty of food, and of course, a lot of tea.
Once this area was a busy port located at the lower reaches of the Yangtze River. But Even 1,000 years after its foundation, Ciqikou remains a symbol of old Chongqing. Strolling through its deep and narrow alleys feels like stepping back in time.
What is your favorite flavor?
What's your favorite flavor?
I like all of them.
All of them are good.
All of them. Okay.
All of them are really good.
Where do you come from?
Where are you from?
I'm from Italy.
Germany and Australia.
Oh wow. From all different places. All right. And what brings you to Chongqing?
I saw lots of videos on social media about it, that's why.
Okay.
I totally agree with these girls. Social media is how I learned about Chongqing. But still, the number of foreign tourists is nowhere near what I saw in Shanghai or Beijing. But that's beautiful, because Chongqing is still the real China. I thought Ciqikou was a great place to try some amazing local food.
Ciqikou Ancient town is famous for its food, and that's because during the Qin and the Ming dynasties, this was a bustling commercial port along the Yangtze River, and this facilitated the spread of different cultures and cuisines.
This is Ganbao Jiding, also known as Kanpao chicken, quintessential Sichuan dish that dates back many centuries, okay? So let's give it a try.
This meal is a favorite of foreigners, also known as Kungpao chicken, or Sichuan stir-fried chicken with peanuts. But it's probably not the same as what you've had abroad. Sweet, spicy, and sour with delicious crunchy peanuts.
This next dish we're going to try is called mapo tofu, and it's chunks of tofu in this wonderful sauce, which is made of beans and chili. So much flavor, and it's very spicy. Oh, spicy. But the flavor is so rich. Yeah, it's good.
Mouth-numbing and savory. Yummy, yummy. Now, as always, let's meet some locals and see the nightlife in Chongqing. Meet Hugh, a local guy who's going to show us the local way of exploring Chongqing. I took a taxi to Hugh's neighborhood, and we started with a hot pot, obviously. Actually, that's not even hot pot, but chuan chuan xian. The difference being that instead of putting separate ingredients in the simmering broth with your chopsticks, you use skewers.
While we are waiting for it to boil, let's get our dipping sauce over there. Take a bowl, the garlic, cilantro, and green onion. This is like a fish taste herb. You can, like in the southwest of China, we like it. So sesame oil, we pour the whole thing.
Nice and beautiful. All right. Wow, it's starting to boil.
Then let's get our food. It's okay to leave your phones on the table.
Really? Is that safe?
Yeah. Grab a tray.
So Hugh, what are you trying to get?
Beef with cilantro is the most popular one.
Is that beef or?
Beef and cilantro. Chicken skin, duck's heart.
Duck's heart, okay.
It's pig's heart. Pig's heart. This is duck's heart. The mushroom's gonna be very spicy.
Whoa, that's some weird ones.
Yeah, it's a cow stomach. The beef with cilantro is my favorite.
Okay.
I put the whole thing in. So they only need to be boiled for 20 seconds.
Okay, time is essential. Are you just like counting in your head?
Well, we frequently check because we're like...
Oh, you can tell by the looks of it, okay. So how often do you guys get together and have a hot pot like this?
I would say every 3 days. We're never tired of hot pots.
I like it how the whole neighborhood is just sitting outside, having a great time, right?
Yeah.
This is typical, right?
This is typical in Chongqing.
So in every neighborhood in Chongqing, you will find a place like this.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Come on. Yangtze! Okay, let's give it a try. Yeah, it's actually pretty mild. I thought it would be like killing me. The spiciness is starting to kick in, and I feel it in my mouth. I love it. The flavor is so good. So Hugh said that the rest is ready. So let's try some other things.
Beautiful mushroom, yeah.
And Hugh said they're going to be very, very spicy. So let's see.
Is it spicy? Well, not yet.
It takes some time. I think they are. I need my beer. Yes, the mushroom was very spicy. If it wasn't for the beer, now let's try tofu. Tofu. Oh yeah. I have to wait a second before I try another mushroom. Yeah. Ugh.
It's really spicy.
Look at him. It's really spicy. So you got to learn the basic words. PGO is beer, right? Ganbei, cheers. Those are the most important. I'm not really a big beer drinker, but it just so much helps to put out the fire, because there's a fire in your mouth, you gotta put it out. Oh, cold beer is saving my life.
How about tomorrow morning?
Oh, one bottle's not gonna do anything, it's fine. Okay, now Hugh's gonna show us the proper way to cook stomachs. You dip it for how many seconds?
10 seconds.
Just 10 seconds.
Now it's cooked.
It's ready? Crunchy. Yeah, pretty good. Actually, pretty good.
Sometimes the rich people eat the meat and the poor people eat the organs. But now the organs are more expensive than meat.
All of that came to $12. Can you believe that? With all the beer and food, it's such a bargain. Now let's take a walk around the neighborhood. Watch Hugh navigate through the city like a pro. It's incredible. You gotta know all the shortcuts.
The real Chongqing. Oh, didn't have to wait long.
This is a very good way for the after dinner exercise.
You want to join them? Okay, some people are eating and some people are exercising at the same time. Look.
Less than $1, you can get a really good drink. If we dance in front of the shop, we can get a free drink.
Yeah, I can buy my drink.
It's milk tea. It's like a milk tea. Yeah.
Okay, people are cooking barbecue.
Our generation, we don't really eat the breakfast. We will have barbecue at night instead. But we still eat 3 meals, but no breakfast. But we'll eat barbecue at night.
And then Hugh wanted to show me the place where he lives.
So, how long have you lived in this neighborhood?
4 years, maybe 3. 4 years. Gates. Several gates for this. Yeah, for the gate.
Do you own it or do you rent it?
My parents bought it. But now it's too expensive for us to buy it.
Wow, okay, so you got lucky. Yeah, it's like a haunted house.
There's supposed to be a beautiful lake here, but you can barely see it.
So the first thing we do before we get back home is get our delivery. Yeah, now we don't go to the shopping malls or the supermarket. We just find out.
You order everything, okay?
Snack. This is chocolate.
Oh, nice. So you're saying you don't go to grocery stores anymore?
No. It's chocolate and Coke.
Okay.
They have space for the elevator in our building.
Oh, people playing ping pong. Can I take a look?
My mom is doing a different type of exercising. He's in a tea house. He's play mahjong. They play mahjong.
Oh, you drive a Tesla?
Yeah, Tesla.
And then Hugh wanted to show us the real city center. And apparently it's not Jiefangbei as many tourists would assume, but Guangyingqiao.
Hugh, have you always lived in Chongqing?
Yep, I grew up in Chongqing, but I worked on the cruise ship for 4 years. The cruise ship was based in Miami, but I've traveled to a lot of places with the cruise ship. Then I came back to Chongqing in 2018. I started a guest house business and this tour guide business. So I've been a tour guide until today, 6 years.
Wow.
In Chongqing, the largest city of car manufacturing.
Yeah.
Cars and mobile phones, and we have a lot of laptops factory. We have a lot of factories in Chongqing.
Yeah, Chang'an is based here.
Which brand?
Chang'an.
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 Chang'an is based in Chongqing.
Yeah,
it's a Chongqing local brand.
What about Lifan? No?
Lifan, yeah, it's also from Chongqing. And also now the Huawei cars, their factory also is in Chongqing.
Okay. Is it difficult to drive in Chongqing?
Yeah, of course.
I would imagine, because so many intersections and so many like different levels of the city.
We have the underground streets as well. underground streets where the navigation doesn't work well. We have to remember all the exits.
Yeah.
If on the road, the navigation doesn't always tell you, doesn't always give you a very clear instruction.
See the shopping mall? It recently went bankrupt, and that's just another illustration of the change in shopping habits of the locals. They order everything online and don't have to go to shopping malls anymore.
So it's to park your regular car, it's 15 yuan per hour, but to park your EV is just 4 yuan per hour, and you get 2 hours.
During the day, we get 2 hours for free.
Wow.
For most tourists, they will think Jiefangbei is the city center, but locals will think this is the real city center.
This is the center for the locals, right?
Yeah.
What are those people doing? Why are they taking pictures?
Because I'm in Chongqing, so they're doing this. They're taking a picture of I'm in Chongqing.
Okay. I'm taking a picture of you now.
Okay.
Speed it up, 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 speed it up. Go faster, ayy. Go faster, ayy. Go faster, ayy.
But Hugh, where are we?
We're at the Night Street. This is a popular bar street. Let's check out one of these bars.
We have come to the bar street, and it's called the 9th Street.
And then we drove to North Riverside Road, another area full of bars. Man, this city has no shortage of party places.
This is another popular street, North Riverside Street. There's plenty of bars here.
Oh, that's a pretty cool bar. Do Beer, it's called. This lobby looks like a beer museum. Wow.
It's a gay bar.
I had no idea China had gay bars, to be honest. We had a wonderful night out. I'm telling you, this city during the day and at night feels like two completely different cities. If you want to see modern street art, go to Huangjueping Art Street. The idea for this street came from the president of the Sichuan Fine Art Museum, which is located on the same street. More than 800 workers, students, and artists joined forces to create it using 125,000 kilograms of paint and nearly 30,000 brushes. But don't think you can just show up with your spray can and paint whatever you like. You're likely to get in trouble. Nice neighborhood, but I doubt it's worth your time. Some parts are nice, but most areas are nothing but a mess of scribbles. But what is worth the time is Jiaoton Tea House. This place is something weird at first glance. I almost felt like I was in a movie set.
And when I stepped in, it was like a movie set, you know, some people playing games and just drinking tea. This lady dancing. And I'm like, what is this place? For 10 renminbi, they brought me a whole thermos. Wow. I think it's good enough for 10 people.
喝啤酒吗？啤酒跟这个一样都是10块，精酿啤酒。
Okay.
要吗？
要吗？
有。要什么味儿的？
听不懂。
These pictures give you an idea of what tea houses used to be like back in the day. In the concrete jungle of CBD, there's a beautiful temple hidden from your eyes. Luohan Temple. This Buddhist temple was built by a prominent monk in the Xiping period of the Song Dynasty in the 11th century. This temple was burned out in one of the numerous air raids during the Second Sino-Japanese War in 1939. But by 1947 it was rebuilt. But then it was attacked again in 1966 during the 10-year Cultural Revolution by the Red Guards. These intellectuals smashed the 500 statues of Arhat. Luckily, the temple survived to this day. There's a number of cathedrals in the city, like Huin Church, which is located close to the Grand Theater.
There was a quote on the church: "Turn your face towards the sun, and the shadows fall behind you." But today there is no sun, so I have to wait till tomorrow.
Well, cycling is not popular in Chongqing. Jogging is. And you'll see many people jogging along the rivers, so I thought I can do it too.
It's a very hot day today. It's 37 outside. I'm all sweating. Catch up, come on, come on.
All throughout the city you'll find street vendors selling local fruits like peaches and oranges, but also imported fruits like durians. China is going crazy for durians, and it's a sign of the country's growing middle class. More and more Chinese people are able to afford durians, which are not cheap.
Another
way to enjoy the night view of the city is to visit one of the rooftop bars. I visited River Terrace at Regent Hotel. Great views and wonderful live music. 2 beers and a durian toast came to $25.
And it's local beer?
Yes, local beer.
Oh, very good.
Also, to enjoy the night views, you can take a river cruise around the city. You'll get a chance to admire all the wonderful illumination, and if you pay some extra $8 for a VIP ticket, you'll have access to a snack and fruit bar. This stunning cruise offers you breathtaking views of the city's skyline, and it's especially magical at sunset when the lights start twinkling. Chongqing is one of the most important inland ports in China. There are numerous luxury cruise ships that terminate at Chongqing, cruising downstream along the Yangtze River. For example, a 4-day cruise from Chongqing to Yichang hits all the highlights of the Yangtze River. Majestic mountains striking peaks, mysterious cliffs, beautiful Three Gorges, traditional foreign lands, and more. Also, the Yangtze River allows bulk transportation of goods. Outside the city, there are so many natural beauty spots like tea plantations, orange orchards, hot springs, old fortresses and temples, rock carvings, and so much more. So, what's my top pick for the best experience in Chongqing? It's definitely the Chongqing hot pot experience. Why? Because it's not just about the food, it's about the whole vibe.
Well guys, thanks for watching this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about Chongqing and if you've ever heard about the city before.
Have you ever been to Chongqing? What was your favorite experience? Or are you planning to visit it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and also don't forget to check out my other travel videos for Chinese cities, Beijing and Shanghai. Happy travels, everyone!